Hey guys, so Valentine's Day is right around the corner and it's time to ditch your reservations. If you want to treat your loved one or even just yourself to a romantic night in and learn how to recreate this restaurant classic at home, keep watching. I'm starting with a pound of ground beef, but you can use whatever meat that you would prefer. You're going to also need some grated Parmesan, like this one from Trader Joe's, some black pepper, kosher salt, and today I'm using Italian seasoning, but normally I do like using fresh herbs. These are just some fresh breadcrumbs I made, but you can use store-bought if you have those on hand, as well as 1 egg and a few tablespoons of milk. In a large mixing bowl, I'm going to be adding the milk straight onto the breadcrumbs and mixing it all up to make sure that the breadcrumbs stay nice and moist so they keep our meatballs nice and moist. Next, I'm going to be adding my egg as well as the Parmesan and then seasoning it liberally with salt, pepper, and whatever herbs that you choose. Now you want to make sure that you mix this all up before you add it to the meat, so we make sure that we don't over mix it. If you end up over mixing your beef, it will be too tough and you'll end up with a really dense meatball. You always want to mix meatballs using your hands and just kind of folding it over to make sure that nothing's overworked. You don't want to actually squeeze it. And then when you're done and it's actually combined, you're going to portion these off into palm size or about 1.5 ounces. Give it a little pat to make sure it's combined, but don't squeeze it down, and then give it a really gentle roll. And this recipe makes 12 meatballs. For me, that's what I usually always get, making them this size, but you can make them whatever size you choose. And then I have a large cast iron skillet over medium-high heat with a little bit of canola oil, and I'm going to cook these for 2 minutes on each side and do these in 2 batches. So I have 6 in each pan. You don't want to overcrowd and try and cook them all at once because they won't get that really nice golden crust. And then put them on a baking sheet, 350 in the oven. Next, we're going to make our sauce. So we're going to need tomato paste, tomato sauce, half of an onion, some more Italian seasoning, some salt, and pepper. You're going to throw the onion into the pan that we were just working on frying our meatballs in and saute those onions till they're nicely brown. Add the tomato sauce and then add the tomato paste. Season it up with your salt and pepper and herbs. Bring it to a boil, let it simmer for a couple minutes, and then you're going to want to let it go on low and slow while your meatballs cook in the oven for about 25 minutes. When you take them out of the oven, you're going to submerge them in the sauce, cooking them for an additional 10 minutes while we cook our pasta. Now I have a large pot with boiling salted water, and I'm using just thin spaghetti and cooking it for about 8 minutes until it's al dente. Taking it over to the sink and draining it. I also made some garlic bread and it was so good. I can make a separate video on that if you guys want to see. But this is what it looks like when you're done. Just top it with some Parmesan cheese, pour yourself a glass of wine, and you're done. See you guys in my next video. Bye.